microphone, voice, it will extract features. I think voice analysis and voice recognition is a subject by itself. Anybody has studied voice recognition as a subject?
No, sir.
No. So some sort of a study on voice recognition, how the signal is given, what features will be extracted, and all that you should know to understand this patent. But who will look into this patent? Who will look into this patent? The person who knows the basics about voice recognition and also how a wheelchair works, what are the accessories that we can attach to a wheelchair, all this we know, then only I can understand this patent. So domain expert only can really understand this patent. Even if it is given to anybody, they can't make head and tail of it unless he knows some rudimentary technical points around that. So feature extraction, there is a microprocessor, there is an interface and a display panel, wheelchair control. This also may be there with many other things. A microphone, feature extraction, microprocessor, interface, display panel. Do you think these are not going to be there in other ones? This also more or less should be there with any voice assisted wheelchair. But what is so new here? Okay? Then let us look at figure 4 now. Figure 4 gives you some sort of a monitor. Monitor is there. And you have got so many things here. Ready, normal, train, loud, wheelchairs, active, left, right, and so on. All these things will be explained in the text. How to understand these things. Similarly, you have got figure 4. First, in the other direction, until I rotate it, you can't see that. Upward. నా సెల్ ఫోన్ లాగా ఉంది, కాసేపు ఆగితే అది విల్ గెట్ లాక్డ్. ప్రతిసారి అన్లాక్ చేస్తున్నట్టు క్షణానికి. It's also if it is not continuously used, it is getting closed. Explain చేస్తున్నప్పుడు we wait instant, but unless and until the cursor is moving, you won't stay there. Is it getting heated up? Yes, sir. Maybe that's all from the list. Without talking much, I will be, moving that patent document forward. Okay. So look at all these figures. All these figures are explained in the text very well. But why I wanted to talk about this is, you see the figures, how detailed they are, and see what is expected of a patent document is. Document is enough for me. I don't need any other thing. The innovator need not come and explain me how it works. Document is self-explanatory. But document is self-evident and it is complete in itself. It is complete in itself. Nothing more is required for making this product at your place. Once this is understood by you. You understand? That much of detail is necessary. Can you get this much of detail in any paper? Tell me. Journal paper, can you get this much of detail? No way. So don't you agree with me that you should first look at a patent rather than a paper? Huh? Agree with me? You have seen. Now this is the text starting from this page. We have got so many things here. First look at the background of the invention. The first thing that anybody has to write is, what is existing now in this area? What is it that is not there? What I identify? Deficiency of the present technology. Unless and until you specify deficiency, how the deficiency is removed by your patent technology. So this is called background of invention. First is field of invention. This field of invention should be only one sentence which describes the area of the patent, because examiner will be selected based on this field of invention. The field of invention is one sentence only. It may be one big sentence. You see that there is no full stop in between, but it runs for 4 or 5 lines. So a very big sentence, one sentence only. So the invention relates to motorized wheelchairs and more particularly to wheelchair mounted control apparatus for enabling disabled persons to control the operation of a motorized wheelchairs by means of voice commands. So this is the field of invention. Once this is seen by the patent office, it will mark so and so. Dr. Kameswara Rao will be the examiner because he worked in this area, he has been examining patents in this area, so he will be allotted the responsibility of going to this patent. So field of invention should be the basis on which choosing the examiner. So what is description of prior art? Here prior art doesn't mean art. See, another word is for art. Art is nothing but here. What is prior knowledge? What is the technology that is available till now, till today? That is all comes under the description of prior art. Right? So here only we should bring out what is existing and what is not existing. What is the deficiency? Here he or she should bring out all that in this text. How many patents are already existing? Here she is mentioning some patents from papers. The voice controlled wheelchair described by so and so in Archives of Physics and Medicine, some rehabilitation, volume 58. So you have to mention prior art means prior literature. You have collected patents. All this comes here. And from here you see a voice controlled wheelchair. Now no provision is made, however, for causing small positioning movements of the chair while it is at rest or traveling in a reverse direction. See here, he is mentioning a paper, a voice controlled wheelchair, so and so includes provisions for slowly accelerating the chair to the left or to the right while the chair is traveling in a forward direction. But he is mentioning the negative part of it. No provision is made, however, for causing small positioning movements of the chair while it is at rest or traveling in a reverse direction. This limits the ability of the operator to make small positional change. Suppose you have moved and slightly it is less than the distance that you have to move. A little further is necessary. How to do that? That is not explained in that paper. So, in this patent, he is trying to address this deficiency of the technology that is existing, and maybe he has added. Now you see, this limits the ability. So it is an object of present invention, therefore, to provide a powered wheelchair control apparatus which allows a quadriplegic to exercise a high degree of control over the wheelchair. A little more than simply going from distance and stop there. Precision, slightly higher. You can move further also. Then, it is the further object of the present invention that the invalid means a person who is not capable of walking himself. He is invalid. It is object of invention that the valid not required to make any unnatural movements. He can't move, he cannot move and slightly move forward. Because he may fall from the chair while doing it. So, not required to make any unnatural movements of the body in order to control the wheelchair. It is yet further object of the invention to provide apparatus for enabling the wheelchair operator to make changes in the speed or direction of travel of the wheelchair while the chair is in motion, not in motion. It has come and stopped somewhere. Little further it has to go. So he can do those small changes by using some apparatus which is provided in this way. So this is how the whole thing gets described. You understand? So the way he has written also, you see 3 paragraphs are there. In each paragraph, he is mentioning his contribution. he has identified the mistake or rather deficiency. And how the deficiency is modified. What is new that is added is in these 3 or 4 paragraphs. Right? And go and see on the other side. So it is still further. So all is still further object. All this means the contribution of this page. That is what is exactly new in this page. Now general description. Now onwards, how he has achieved this? What sort of extra devices he has put? How he has written the logic in the software, hardware, everything, and how he has achieved. All this will be described in the general description. In the general description comes all your figures you have seen. Figure 1, figure 2, figure 3. All these things will be now described and mentioned in the general description. This is the general description is the one exactly on this patent. This patent is fully explained in this general description. Okay? Now after all this description is over, there is the description of preferred embodiment. Embodiment means figure. Embodiment means figure. Each figure should have a title, some description. That is what is done here. Description of figure 1 to so many things. What is given in each document also is written there. Now, at the end, you have got, after all this is over, fine, you have described the whole thing. What is your claim? What is it that you are claiming that you are something new in your patent? Therefore, at the end of the patent, there are what are known as claims. We will come to that. We are just going towards the end of the patent where claims are written. So these claims are not same as conclusions in a paper. Professors who write papers have to understand that this is the claims which are there here. Now you see here in this page 22, somewhere at the first paragraph is over. Read that sentence, what is claim is. See here, what is claim is written here. What is claim is? From now on is his claim. His claim is described as, suppose I have a layout, your Vishnu campus layout is there. In this layout, I will describe this building is mine, this temple is mine. So as you claim this area and also various objects in that area, each fellow claims, in each claim, he describes what is his contribution or what is his claim in this technology that he has presented, like a new technology, right? So writing his claims is an art. In fact, there is a 3-year course on patent drafting and drafting claims. Not the simple. Why that not simple is? Anybody can answer this? This is not like writing conclusions in a report. Because these claims are the ones which will be contested by anyone. You are claiming that this is mine. And this is not yours. Somebody will go to court and put a case against your patent and say, no, that claim should be knocked off. This claim should be knocked off. He is claiming too much. What he should have is more than what he is claiming. Like this, people can go to court. So you should write these claims in such a way that in a court of law also, they are tenable. In a court of law, even their argument and logic, you must be capable of proving that this claim is not undue, not unnatural. So, one very important thing you should understand. Patent is a technical document. You agree? All I say that it is a technical document. It describes technology with a lot of figures and charts. Fine. But it's also a legal document. What is it so legal about it? It can be challenged in a court of law. It can be challenged in a court of law. Also, this patent document itself is a protection for your technology. You are saying this will protect my technology. What is written there? And if it is granted by the government, whatever claims you have written, they are your own. If it is granted, then those claims are accepted, is it not? So that is how claim writing, claim drafting is a very see very skilled up. Here, the words used make a lot of difference. Suppose the language means somebody who is a good poet, who can write good English, excels a lot in patent drafting. You know, I'm not talking about myself, I'm a poet. I wrote 8 books, 5 poetry books, poetry volumes. My pen name is Sumanasi. Right? Regalamacha Akasam, Mahaswapnam, so many books I have written, 5 poetry books, and 3 literary criticism. So I am capable of writing a sentence in such a way that it makes sense, but still it will not be caught by everybody. A little, unclear, little ambiguity. All this is part of poetry. Poetry should be unambiguous or ambiguous. It should be not telling clearly but not telling very complex. Somewhere in between. To give an example, in patents, you know the pail. Pail is the one which we use for lifting the gravel. Gravel means lifting the gravel, they use pail. A patent filed on a new pail will never have the word pail in the patent enter. Enter nowhere you use pail. So patent drafting is such a way done that in such when you do pail, that patent won't come. They draft patents in such a way that nobody can get this patent in the normal search. So sentence construction, sentence titling, everything they will change. Instrument to lift the gravel. Pail, is it an instrument? We know instrument means a thermometer, that is all not correct.